Oklahoma Inside Out, a weekly broadcast of Cimarron Alliance that focuses on the issues, culture, and people important to LGBT Oklahomans. And now, here is your host for Oklahoma Inside Out, Scott J. Hamilton.
Hi and Merry Christmas. I am happy that you are with us today. If you're listening to the show after Christmas, well, Merry belated Christmas. We've got a rather exciting show today because we are talking about New Year's and New Year's Eve parties and how that you can really impress your family and friends without killing yourself in the process. We are wrapping up a wonderful year, and a very special thanks to all of the guests who have appeared on our show this year, and certainly thank you to all of our listeners around the state of Oklahoma and around the world. We appreciate you being here, your encouragement, your ideas, and we hope that you'll keep those coming in 2013. It's been a great year thanks to you, and today's show is going to be a great show just for you. We'll be back with our guest in just a moment after we take a look at news this week. "2012 will be a year remembered for advancement for LGBT people across the country, with marriage equality certainly standing at the forefront. But here are things that Cimarron Alliance has done this year to make life better for all gay Oklahomans. Further expanded and diversified our board of directors, provided immediate response and support to bullying in Harris schools, received an appointment to the Oklahoma State Suicide Prevention Council, finished our first year of weekly broadcasts of this program, Oklahoma Inside Out. We recognized nationally for fast-acting leadership in denouncing Holocaust revisionist Scott Lively's appearance in Oklahoma City. We conducted 81 local, national, and international media interviews, participated in the first LGBT Campus Leadership Summit, and presented at Oklahoma's first state-sponsored LGBT conference. Delivered remarks at 3 Capitol anti-bullying rallies, served as hate crimes liaison to the U.S. Department of Justice and the FBI. We attended the White House Conference on Safe Schools and delivered technical assistance to area high school GSAs. We held 2 positions, including the chair position for the Oklahoma Mental Health and Substance Abuse Planning and Advisory Council, provided LGBT presentations to 9 state agencies. Working with Church of the Open Arms, we've relaunched Oklahoma City's PFLAG chapter, collaborating with 10 and Oklahomans for Equality for Legislative Day at the Capitol, and more. All because of your support. It's Christmas morning, and I hope that you are enjoying this day with family and friends. Maybe you're just opening gifts or just getting ready for your dinner today. And instead of doing those things, we are here with you, and we have a guest with us who knows all about food, and we yanked him out of his kitchen long enough to help us finish off the holidays in good fashion. It's a wonderful pleasure to welcome back to Oklahoma Inside Out chef and caterer Scotty Irani. Scotty, thank you for getting up and being with us.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
So, food.
Yes.
By now, many of us have just no more turkey, no more dressing.
Up to our eyeballs in gravy. Yeah.
And yet it's not over.
No.
We have 2 holidays left this year, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Right.
And just, I'll tell you, the thought of trying to do another big meal is overwhelming. It's
right.
Okay, I'll use the ham from Christmas to make the black-eyed peas, but after that, I'm lost. So let's start with New Year's Eve. What are some ideas that are fun but won't just kill us this week?
You know what? Go to the grocery store, and in your freezer section of your friendly grocery store, there will be already prepared meatballs. You're gonna buy a couple bags of those meatballs. You're gonna grab a jar of some barbecue sauce and maybe a little jar of grape jelly and this little squeeze of mustard. Make a sauce. Pour it on top of those meatballs. Put it in a 9x13 pan. Pop it in your oven. Bake it off. Ta-da! Serve it. New Year's Eve.
Okay, I like that.
Great, nice and easy.
What?
Or just drink.
I like that best of all.
Forget the food. Let's just drink. Throw out some wasabi peas and some peanuts and all that. And I say that jokingly, and I could give you
You weren't joking about the meatballs, though.
Oh, I was not joking about the meatballs, absolutely not, or about the whole drinking thing. But I mean, like the wasabi peas and the peanuts and all that stuff. There are so many great and wonderful prepackaged items out there now. You can find them whatever you want, whatever your little heart desires, and pop some stuff out. Some sliced salami, you can find that. Little prosciutto. Go to your cheesemonger, your cheese section. Find some really great. You don't want anything too soft because you don't want the soft cheeses sitting out so long. And I'm talking about the cream cheese with the hot pepper jelly on top. Don't do that. Get a little harder cheese, and like maybe some Gouda would probably be about the softest that you'd want to do, and set those out. Nothing wrong with that.
But I love the idea of cheese, and since you brought it up, if we were just going to do like cheese and nuts and maybe crudité, what are some cheeses that we would want to include on that tray?
Oh, you definitely need a good cheddar, and try to kind of stay away from the stinky cheeses, like that. I mean, especially if you're going to have a whole bunch of people over. Don't get a ton of different blue cheeses and all that stuff. A great Stilton would be nice to have out there because it's a little more milder in smell. Is milder a word? Mm-hmm. A little more mild in smell. And of course you don't want like the hard Italian cheeses like the Romanos and all that stuff because that kind of smells like you left your gym socks out and all that. Just keep it simple. Keep it nice and simple. Get a cheddar out there. Maybe get there's nothing wrong with the smell of smoked Gouda. Get a smoked Gouda out there. All that kind of stuff.
I think people traditionally don't often do sit down meals for New Year's Eve.
Right, because
I have from time to time been invited to a dinner.
Sure.
But it tends to be more of the snack kind of walk around chat.
Right. Well, because everyone you're celebrating. You're ending. This year will be ending 2012 and on to 2013 and ready for a good new year. So yeah, people they're going to eat like you want to keep food in people's bellies anyway because you're going to drink. So yeah, some light snack options are great. But yeah, no one wants to sit down and eat a heavy meal on New Year's Eve.
Everything we've talked about is savory. Should we just leave it at that, or
no,
some sweets?
Throw some sweets out. Yes, anyone that's met me knows I love my sweets. You can do like pecan bars.
What's that?
Pecan bars. It's basically a. If you aren't already sick of pecan pie from Christmas and Thanksgiving and you have pecans left in your freezer, whip up some pecan bars. It's basically a more candier version of a pecan pie. Thinner. It's easy to cut. You want little things that you can stick out on platters, that kind of stuff. Little tartlets you can get. If any of you have like the mini cupcake pans, pop a Nilla wafer in the bottom of a cupcake pan. You can mix up some cream cheese and egg and sugar and a little vanilla, and you're going to dollop that on top of your greased small...
Like cheesecake.
Like little mini cheesecakes.
Oh,
then go find a blueberry filling or a raspberry filling or a strawberry filling and just pop that on top. Great little easy desserts.
You've put us in a good place, I think, for New Year's Eve, but then there's the whole New Year's Day thing. We're coming up on a break, but when we come back, I want to look at some options, maybe a brunch for New Year's Day or an afternoon supper.
My name is Kelly Caliente Forbes, your Mr. Gay Oklahoma US of A 2011. I'm a member of Cimarron Alliance, and it's a very, very good investment, and I encourage you to also join. It's only $25 a year. Go ahead and visit on www.cimarronalliance.org. Once again, Kelly Caliente Forbes, and don't forget, together we're better.
For 44 years, the Oklahoma Observer has been concerned about Oklahoma families. Traditional families, blended families, families with LGBT children, and LGBT families who have children. We believe strongly that no individual or family in our state should be marginalized, especially not by politicians. That's why we hold lawmakers accountable to every family in Oklahoma, and that includes your family. We just bet you will find our in-depth reporting, critical analysis, and no-holds-barred style a refreshing change of pace from the state's mainstream media. It's our job to report on news that matters to you. I hope that you will visit us today at www.okobserver.net to see for yourself how much we value you, your concerns, and your dreams for the future of Oklahoma. That's www.okobserver.net.
Welcome back to Oklahoma Inside Out. I'm Scott J. Hamilton. Merry Christmas. Our guest in studio this morning is Scotty Irani, and we're talking about New Year's and entertaining on New Year's. You've given us some great ideas for New Year's Eve. New Year's Day can present its own challenges, if nothing else. Just the thought of hearing a lid bang onto a pot can be too much for many of us.
Absolutely. And throwing a New Year's Day brunch, anyone has friends like mine, you're probably going to have about 2 or 3 people show up as opposed to 10 or 12. People are looking for light and carby on New Year's Day. So have plenty of fruit out, have different juices out. Of course, people are also going to want to look for like hair of the dog type things. Sure. You can have like a mimosa, do a great Bloody Mary bar. That's always fun. Or come up with a house drink. I'm a firm believer that everyone should be known for their house drink. Mine is a wonderful, wonderful house drink that is known by many. And have a little house drink. Pour it in a spigot, a jar with a little spigot on top. People can serve themselves. That's always good.
And those are on sale right now after Christmas.
They're all over. All over. You can find them anywhere. A lot of bready items. I mean, you can buy like some puff pastry cups and maybe have like a chicken salad and stuff those in there. That'd be a nice little idea. A breakfast egg casserole is always good. That's always nice to see at brunch. And you can do all kinds of, if you want to get fancy with that, you can buy like 40 different kinds of mushrooms, slice that up, saute it, add a little tarragon, a little splash of wine. And if you want to go find a fancy ham slices, then by all means throw that in mix. Bake it up, serve it. People will love it.
Yeah, I've mentioned casserole, and I've seen for years recipes for like a French toast casserole kind of thing that you can do the night before.
Sure.
Are those any good?
Those are always good. Another great thing is a hash brown breakfast casserole. You can find some pre-made frozen hash brown patties. Either buy like a can of the nacho cheese glop that is out there, or make your own cheese sauce. Pour that on there, some crumbled bacon, some chopped green onions, and just layer it like you would a lasagna and bake it off. It is so good. It's wonderful. And that will, especially on New Year's Day, people will eat that up.
Gosh, that sounds really good.
Didn't I say something about light before?
Yeah,
I'm thinking a lot of carbs and protein now sounds good as opposed to light. But always have the fruit.
Well, let's move later into the day.
Sure.
And I mentioned black-eyed peas in this part of the world. That's
a big thing.
An absolute requirement. I was in Washington one year on New Year's Day. It hadn't given it a whole lot of thought about what we were going to do for dinner, but I knew that it had to include black-eyed peas.
Sure.
We went to every Safeway in Washington, D.C. There was not a black-eyed pea to be found.
Right.
Finally, at a bodega, I found a can of black-eyed peas that we each had a couple of spoonfuls, but had to. I mean, it's a requirement.
That goes back to anything a food-related holiday. Buy early. Buy what you need early. Plan ahead. Think ahead. You can buy, stock up on those cans of black-eyed peas. They're out full year, all year long. You can buy those ahead of time. You can buy them dried and get those. You'll want to have those soaking overnight anyway, with a nice smoky ham hock in there. But yeah, buy early. Don't wait till last minute.
So is it enough just to do black-eyed peas and cornbread, or
no? It's never enough just to do that. There are so many different things you can make. A Texas caviar is a great idea to kind of get that black-eyed pea situation out of the way. That's just that's canned black-eyed peas, drained, rinsed. You can add some jalapenos or even some bell peppers, some chopped tomatoes, chopped green onions. I've seen it with black olives. You can throw in canned tomatoes with the juice and have that all mixed in. And then
You use it
corn
as
chips.
like a dip?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Grab some tortilla chips and throw that in. And once again, people are so familiar with food and different flavors and all that. If you want to fancy that thing up, just go on and do it.
And that's certainly something you could do a couple of days before, right?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, the flavors will be so much better. Like a day or two before.
Okay.
Don't do it like a week before.
So, what else besides the black-eyed peas? Where do we need another ham? Do we need a big piece of meat?
You know what? How about if you want, you will definitely need some protein out there. And besides the egg and ham casseroles and all that stuff, well, how about just roasting off a tenderloin? That's always nice. You can serve it cold. You can, if you're serving it cold, you can have little artesian bread rolls to go along with it, and then you can make a fancy sauce, like you can do like a chipotle mayonnaise, or you can do a honey mustard, or
That's an impressive cut of meat, but it's not hard to cook.
No. Once again, you need a great meat thermometer. A meat thermometer is your best friend whenever you're roasting meats.
Our guest today is Scotty Irani.
Hi, I'm Lorette Taylor, past chair of Cimarron Alliance. I joined the board because I believe in the vision and the work of this organization. We're working every day listening to the concerns of our community and helping to address those very concerns. I hope you will consider supporting Cimarron with a gift. Even $10 a month will help. Working together, we really can achieve equality for all gay Oklahomans. Please visit www.cimarronalliance.org and make your gift today.
The election is over, and many Oklahomans are breathing a sigh of relief. But what will the real impact of a continued Obama administration mean to the citizens of Oklahoma? And how will this impact the work of lawmakers in our own state capital? And what does all of this mean for progressive thinkers right here at home? For over 44 years, the Oklahoma Observer has been providing answers to some very difficult questions. It's the one place you can go for news, commentary, and analysis that is simply not available anywhere else. That's why the Oklahoma Observer is such an important publication to LGBT Oklahomans and their allies. We keep you informed about issues important to your family. So visit us today at www.okobserver.net. Our only agenda is to provide critical news for critical thinkers.
We're talking today with Scotty Irani. Scotty, again, thank you for being here on Christmas
Thanks
morning.
For having me.
Just before the break, you mentioned meat thermometer. Now, you mentioned that when you were here talking about Thanksgiving.
Right.
So it's something that you really are so
Right.
on. You
I
gotta
am
have
so
it.
serious about that meat thermometer. It is your best friend whenever you're having a dinner party, and most of us, when we have dinner parties, we're roasting off big chunks of meat. Anything that had a face is probably in our oven. So having that meat thermometer will definitely help you along the way, and will take the guesswork out of it.
So, okay, we've gone from brunch. So in the afternoon, we do some black-eyed peas, maybe a tenderloin.
And you have that sliced, and you have some little rolls ready to go, and you have a nice, light, but yet elegant gathering.
And dessert. We have to do dessert?
Dessert. Oh, you always have to do desserts.
Okay.
If you have time for desserts, knock out a trifle. I love a good trifle. Knock out some trifle for your New Year's Day brunch, and basically that is just a big bowl, just layered.
A clear bowl,
a
so you can see the layers,
clear
right?
bowl, and that's layered. You can do like some pound cake, or you can do some ladyfingers, or you can do brownies. Layer that with some whipped cream and maybe some different kinds of fruit, and of course you maybe want to soak it with your favorite the liqueur of sorts, something along those lines. But yeah, and people can just, anything that is in mass quantities that your guests can serve themselves, and that you don't have to make 80 pieces of, as far as appetizers go, is all good by me.
So we're talking all of this food, and this time next week we will have eaten the last of it, and then it's time for everybody to kick in with their diets.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, that's one of we always top of my resolution list is lose weight, and by God, I'm going to hit it hard January 2nd, and but it gets boring real quick.
It gets
How can we eat sensibly after the holidays, but still keep it interesting?
We all know what we're supposed to eat. I think a great majority of us have been on 1,000 different diets at 1,000 different times. Just eat sensibly. I have been on a diet since I was 3 years old. A non-stop diet since I was 3 years old.
I understand.
All you have to do is eat sensibly and work out. That is it. That's all. Even if it's just walking around the block. A chicken breast with some vegetables is kind of a big yawn. Marinade. Marinades are great for a plain Jane, boneless, skinless chicken breast. And then if you need to jazz up some veggies with, different herbs and spices, then do that. Of course, you want to stay away from the butters and the sauces and all that good stuff anyway. But yeah, just keep it light and work out.
Oh, my two least favorite words, diet and exercise.
Right.
But I know you're right.
In a couple of days, I'm leaving for Puerto Vallarta, too. And I'm going to be on the beach after cooking everyone's meals, plus my own, and eating. So, yeah, I'm already feeling great about that.
Well, real quick, we're almost out of time. What's on your table today for Christmas?
My table today, I am doing in fact, I have a prime rib roast in the oven right now. I'm doing some sherried, sautéed cherry tomatoes that I love, that I always think go great with that. And then just, different odds, and my mother's bringing some things, and I have a couple of my boys that are coming over, and they're bringing things that are traditional with their families that they're able to be with today. So I'm doing the main part of it. That's what it happens.
And you've helped all of us do the main part, too. Our guest today has been Scotty Irani. And again, thanks for being with us on Christmas morning. It's been a great year for all of us at Cimarron Alliance, but we've got some exciting things coming up right after the first of the year. In just a few weeks, you'll be invited to the opening of the Cimarron Alliance LGBT Equality Center, a first for Oklahoma City. Thank you so much for being with us each week. Our producer is Chris Moyer. PK Kelly Palmer is our office coordinator. Our announcer is Lisa Pizzeri, and Cimarron Alliance board co-chairs are Jeremy Hood and Randall Marsh. From all of us at Cimarron Alliance and Oklahoma Inside Out, I'm Scott J. Hamilton, thanking you for joining us. Happy New Year, everyone.
Oklahoma Inside Out is a production of Cimarron Alliance, Central Oklahoma's preeminent LGBT advocacy and education organization. If you have a topic you would like to hear discussed, or a person who you would like to hear interviewed, please call 405-495-9300 or email oklahomainsideout@cimarronalliance.org. Please feel free to share the link to this broadcast with your friends.